Hi everyone. I wanted to take a minute to talk to you a little bit about Event Camp East Coast, which I'm very excited to be attending again this year. A lot of you know about event camps. They are basically self-organized events organized by volunteers who are interested in innovation and technology in the events industry. They started a year ago, about a year, actually almost 2 years ago, in 2009. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. I think the first one was 2010. Sorry. And the first one was in New York City. There have been several since then. I actually helped to organize one recently in London, Event Camp Europe. But what's coming up now is Event Camp East Coast, and it's a little different than the other event camps in that it's a complete unconference. It follows Adrian Siegel's conferences that work model, and I had the opportunity to experience it last year as an attendee, and it really did change my life. The way it works is there is no actual content created ahead of time. It's a structure that brings out the expertise of the attendees and actually allows the attendees to create the conference that best works for them. So, for instance, they have a roundtable discussion at the very beginning of the conference. And in that discussion, everybody shares what they'd like to get out of the conference and what fields of expertise they have. So during last year, when we were going around during the roundtable discussion, I shared, of course, my social media stuff and a little bit about the AV, but also about improv. I've been a performer of improv for 6 years, or I did it for almost 6 years. And I have always been very interested in pursuing how the concepts in improv can help people both on a personal level and in a business situation, for leadership and team building. So I shared that in the group. And later on, when they had what is called the peer session sign-up, a man that I had never met before, Gary Brown, asked me if he wrote it down, would I lead a session on improv? So, of course, in improv, it's all about saying yes. So I said yes. And even though I had nothing prepared, the next day I led a session on improv, and it was very well received. And for me, it was a huge thing because it was a long-held dream of mine to be able to do something like that, but I hadn't had the guts to really take that next step. So once I did that, the whole world seemed to open up to me. I have been able to lead sessions in different conferences since then. I started a blog called Eventprov that's all about the kinds of experiences that I'm trying to create with improv at conferences and workshops and such. So it really has changed my life, and it really was due to that conference last year. They're doing it again this year. But this year it's going to be longer. This year it starts on November the 4th and ends on November the 6th. And it all takes place at the National Conference Center, which is set up perfectly for that kind of an event. So I'm very excited. It's going to be in, again, Washington, D.C. And I wanted to tell you about that so that hopefully you can take part in it. I mean, even if it doesn't change your life, I really don't think there are many events out there that will allow you to connect and network with people in your industry the way this one does. So I just wanted to let you know about that. I also have a little button on the side here. I'm raising money to try to get there myself. I wasn't going to go because I'm kind of tapped out from going to London and doing Event Camp London recently. But my friends, Adrian Seeger and Tracy Brown and Greg Ruby and Andrea Sullivan, who are all involved in organizing the event, really encouraged me to start a chip in so that I could raise money to come. So that's there in case you want to help me out a little bit. But either way, I would just love to see you there. It's a fun thing, and I really hope that you can have the opportunity to take advantage of it. Thanks.